Yeah, that's a vibe.
He's Chad's sick.
Cool. So that like
That's what my brain went to, and a lot of it just you inspire me,
yeah, man.
and it brings things coming up.
Yes, absolutely. We hear music and we instantly kind of start sorting through the file cabinets of our minds.
You can't help but associate.
Involuntarily, I think.
Yeah.
You know, if you've heard enough music, if it's not the first music you've ever heard in your life, you have some sort of reference. You start trying to figure out where does this fall? Like what genre is this? And sometimes it's quick. It's like, oh, I know what that is.
And you realize a lot of it's like grunge and like STP came from Motown. Like it's Motown. It's fucking
50s rock, 60s Motown.
funk, disco.
Dave Grohl talks about how most of the stuff he did in Nirvana was just like 50s drumming and simple stuff.
Sure. Just done with a different amplitude.
Yeah.
And intensity.
Yeah. And just changing the intensity. I saw a video of him recently. He was like, it's like if we were playing the groove like this in a song. Like, now, you could take that same basic groove, but play with more of a punk energy, heavy energy. And it sounds completely different, but it's kind of the same thing.
I mean, it's like the same thing, but caffeinated.
Caffeinated version.
It's caffeinated version.
And that's a cool vibe too, but it depends on what energy you're trying to elicit from the audience and what you're trying to express based on your experience.
A lot of like traditional punk, were they more skilled were they less raw than we'd think?
In traditional punk, I mean,
like the Ramones, I don't think they were thinking about the nuances. They were just trying to make sound.
Yeah.
But maybe they were. But I don't know. You would know because you've looked at the catalogs.
The punk arts have. You have to get a certain amount of training in the punk arts.
I believe it.
Yeah. You could start with simple stuff and just make it fast though, and that could get you a long way.
But then you look at the Clash, like that's punk.
Yeah.
And that was refined. That was very much so.
It's refined. It's also like, good songwriting goes a long way. So if you have like a simple beat, but you have a well-written song, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You could play, it's not hard to play, but it's the intention behind it. That might be more of a slower punk song, but then you have songs where they start getting faster. And I think playing heavier and faster, you can play some simple stuff and it can just sound really intense. You take a groove like this. Even just like, pop punk in the styles that are happening now, you see a lot of like more advanced drumming start to creep in. Blink-182, for example, like more sophistication within the punk realm that kind of is expanding the genre over time. So it's not just about being fast. There's a ton of fast stuff in Blink or any, I'm just using Travis Barker as an example. So like Rock Show, I think. Rock Show is like the chorus. And then there's like this little break, and then it's the girl to the rock show. You know, just not hard when you're playing those things slow. Fast, it's challenging.
Sure. But there's, I mean, for someone who's inexperienced, even that, to create that pocket and to be tight is still tough. But you're just saying you start off with this because you can hear the separation a little easier. It's really hard to hear the separation, but you start slow and you build it up.
You got to start slow. You got to start soft and slow and work your way up to loud and fast.
Everyone wants to, but the funny thing is, like I remember you inspired me like young because you were fucking fast, right? But you had been doing it for a long time, and now you're like you start to talk, and you're the fun part for you is like, how do I be chill? How do I sit back in a mix and just sit and play my role, and where basically all the different catalog that you've like all the things you've learned, you can now cook with that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like ingredients, right? Like
you're a true chef. You're a true chef.
There's a lot of parallels with cooking. You got your spices, little things like embellishments might be a little, that's a little salsa on there. Playing like with the little elements. This is the core. This is the sauce. And then we're adding a little, a dash of pepper.